Who's the head coach Anna Nimz as Demons get prepared for a trip down to South Louisiana this weekend to play Southeastern and New Orleans. We'll get into that game discussion on for Thursday's game in a moment. But Coach, obviously disappointed with the last two games and the sort of thing that in large part led to the losses, the turnovers. But I think the thing you can maybe look to, and hopefully you can speak to this, is that there were a lot of turnovers, but it seems like these two games were anomalies for this team and the way they played this year in that category.
Yeah, I think probably since our non-conference games, we've really done a nice job, and let me rephrase that. The girls have done a really nice job of limiting their turnovers, and even if we get to that 15 turnover mark, it's still limiting to teams to under 10 points off those turnovers. Normally when you hold Acacia Davis to 4 points, you both teams have 32 in the paint, you rebound them, that's a winnable game, and we lost to Lamar. And then normally if you throw the ball away 24 times against a team, you're probably going to lose by 30, and we lost by 2, of which, truthfully, down the stretch, that final call, I think it should have gone into overtime 100%. I think it was dictated by the wrong people, but we out-rebounded them by 20. We didn't let them go crazy from the three-point line. They were top in the conference. We did so many positives. The girls did so many positives in both games, but the turnover bug got us in both. And we can't give away that many possessions and not have an opportunity to score. And then obviously the free throw line, we just didn't connect. We didn't take care of business there. So, but none of that is something we can't get corrected, right? Those girls haven't done that in a long time. And so we get to see them again. We clinched a spot in the tournament. We know we're going to see them again. And I guess I'll go with the old adage, it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah, the free throws were another thing I wanted to mention too, because like I said, it's those turnovers, it's those free throw shootings where those previous 6-7 games before that, we were right there where we wanted 100%. To be, missing 1 or 2 free throws, not turning the ball. That's what makes these last 2 games that much more frustrating, because you can't do those type of things against teams that are in the top 3 in the conference.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we've discussed. It's disappointing, not because I don't think the girls played hard. I think they played really hard. But we gave away 2 games. We gave away 2 games to the top 3, and right now we got goal number 1. We made a place in the tournament, but it's where you're finishing in conference and where you're seated in the tournament. And so to give 2 games away, to take no credit away from either opponent, but we did so many of the things that were necessary to beat 2 top-tier teams, but we just didn't take care of the ball.
So as we move into Thursday's game, another top-tier team, the second stretch in a row where we've had the best 3 teams on paper in a row, this time on the road at Southeastern. We played them right down to the wire here a month ago. What's it going to take to sort of get over that hump a little bit?
I think it's taking different things that we did successfully against SFA and Lamar. Again, with out-rebounding SFA by 20 and matching 32 for 32 in the paint with Lamar, but it's going to be taking care of the ball. They're obviously undefeated in conference for a reason, but we played them tight here. We played them there tight last year. And so, it's just about correcting us. And again, I think these girls, they're a tremendous team. They're a tremendous group of individuals. We correct the errors that we've done, not necessarily that we've been forced into. And I think that they absolutely have the opportunity to go in there and take care of business.
I think the thing that's also maybe a point of encouragement for you as we go into this road trip is, yes, we had the turnovers, and I know that can be frustrating for the offense, but it seems like it did not affect too much the intensity and the way we played defense, over the past few games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the turnovers had anything to do with it. There were a lot of turnovers that were just so high on the court, there was no get back. So it wasn't a lack of defense. It was just that where the turnovers happened, everybody else is below the ball. If the turnover happens above the free throw line, those turnovers are hard to correct. And a lot of our turnovers were either 2 feet from their bucket or above the free throw line. And so definitely not for lack of effort on the defensive end, but I do think we missed some scout-based defense. We gave up too many straight line drives, really, 92 feet. But we worked a lot on defensive transition. Again, it's not because we can't, we just didn't get it done. But I believe wholeheartedly we will this next game.
Coach, best of luck on Thursday.
Thank you. Welcome.